Think I'm a bam bam. It's because I'm Jamaican. Little different style, different fashion. You know? Can we say one thing Nancy can't understand? One thing Nancy can't understand.
Listen to the argument. You must listen to the argument in order to completely understand the information leading to a disagreement. Taking notes helps with this process. Critical thinking is the next step, allowing you to engage in the argument. First, identify the claim of the argument and if there is evidence to support the claim. Second, assess the implied or stated warrant and whether the claim is qualified. Listening, asking questions, and evaluating the argument allows you to make a proper decision.
State the opposing claim. After you listen to the argument, you must state the opposing claim. It gives you the opportunity to make sure that you understand the argument. If you misunderstand a claim, other group members can clarify their arguments for you.
Preview your objections. Provide a brief summary of your objections or concerns. Let others know the direction of your argument. Make objection clear. Make sure your claim is not lengthy or complicated, but if it is, let others know the direction in which you are taking your argument. Have a general idea of your claim, and make your group members better prepared and can better understand your objection and concern.
Assess the evidence. When refuting a claim, it is possible to argue it by disproving the claim, showing that its information is faulty. One method is to present evidence that is contradictory to the claim. One example, to argue a claim that tuition for a specific college is high, present evidence that proves that this college tuition is, in fact, one of the lowest in the state. Another method of argumentation is to question the quality of the evidence presented. One example of this, presenting counter-evidence that the information provided for the college tuition statistics is outdated and therefore evidence of poor quality.
Assess the reasoning. When arguing with your group members, it is important to take a step back when looking at the evidence to a claim that you must assess their reasoning. By assessing your group members' reasoning, you are looking for fallacies that may prove their statement incorrect. A fallacy is an argument that is based on false or invalid reasoning. There are many types of fallacies that provide different types of statement incorrect. Ad hominem attacks the person rather than the argument. Appeal to authority relies on biased or unqualified expert opinion. Appeal to popularity, that everyone else is doing it, so it's fine argument. Appeal to tradition assumes that something is correct because it's always been done that way. Faulty analogy. When a person compares two things that cannot be compared, an example, cats versus dogs. Faulty cause claims that an effect is caused by something that has little or no relationship to the effect. An example, my dog jumped and caused that earthquake. Hasty generalization, not using enough examples to come up with a conclusion.
Summarize your refutation. The final step to refuting an argument is to summarize. If your refutation has been lengthy or complex, restate the major points. Going over everything wastes valuable time that can be spent wisely otherwise. If refutation was short and to the point, it may not be necessary to summarize.
Gender differences. Researchers have devoted a great deal of attention to the impact of gender critical thinking and argumentation. There are fewer differences than you may think between the way men and women argue. Both are relatively equal in voicing objections to others' statements. Groups benefit when members value both competition and cooperation. Both are necessary and equally important to the group's success in the argument.
Cultural differences. Cultures often dictate who should or should not argue. In some cultures, American Indian and African, the elderly rightfully claim more wisdom and knowledge than younger members. One of the most significant cultural differences is the way in which people use evidence to support a claim. Given such different perspectives about the value of evidence, the data used to support a claim in one culture may seem irrational to another culture.
Argumentation and emotional intelligence. The role of emotions in critical thinking and argumentation can take two forms. 1. Curbing inappropriate emotions, and 2. Expressing appropriate emotions. 5 skills to improve emotional intelligence are: number 1, self-awareness. Tune into your own feelings, calm down, and be willing to share your feelings with your group members. 2. Self-regulation. Handle your emotions responsibly. Delay personal gratification and instead focus on achieving group goals. 3. Self-confidence. Show that you are willing to work things out by talking over the issue rather than escalating the controversy. 4. Self-control. State your own point of view in neutral language, and rather than using an antagonistic tone or combative words. 5. Empathy. Look for an equitable way to resolve this dispute by working with those who disagree to find a resolution that both sides can embrace. Emotions generate powerful, non-verbal messages by conveying crucial information without using words. Psychologist Antonio Damasio found that while studying patients with damage to the emotional center of their brains, they had trouble making decisions.